What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about if the pressure is on Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Now, I'm not going to go too far into the leaks. We've already had that discussion. We've talked about the Battle Pass and stuff, but I want to kind of use that to springboard into this. We've talked about, the game obviously coming out end of May. We're getting close, and we're getting to the point where we should start to see much more of this game. Now, I don't want to say, gameplay for the very first time, because technically, they did the gameplay trailer. There is gameplay in it. Whenever I talk about gameplay, I'm talking about raw, right? Raw, uncut. Show us a mission. Show us the world. Whatever you can do in this game, let's see it. And, we've been talking a lot about that and when we could actually see that happen. And I do think the time is very soon. I know my personal prediction was they wait for Hogwarts. Maybe there's something internally with WB Games where they have basically a pecking order, and it does seem like they do, right? One thing kind of gets, the main push, and then you kind of fall in line. So once Hogwarts is out, I do think that fully opens the door to Suicide. I really do believe that. I think end of February would probably be the kickoff. Now the question is, because of these leaks, right, for Suicide Squad, and technically there were two, and the reason I would bring up two, not to give the story leak all that much, time of day. And I guess why I'm bringing this up is because now I do feel there's added pressure, not just because of the Battle Pass, and we'll talk about that in a second, but because, I think that was calculated, the picture. I think they purposely did that right after the 4chan, story, which is fake. That stuff is fake. But I think the timing is important because they kind of wanted it to all be kind of at once, even if they were separate people. I think that was kind of the goal. So I think that because everybody is now into and talking about it for good or for bad, they're into talking about Suicide Squad. I'm not saying you have to move, right? Whatever day they were going to show, gameplay or a new trailer, let's say, or whatever for Suicide Squad. I'm not saying you have to move that up, but I feel like there could be more pressure to, and if nothing else, I think there's pressure that they need to nail it. I would say, if you take a few steps back, not being a fanboy, not being a hater, just kind of right in the middle, I do believe that based off of these leaks, one being fake and also not being very good at all, right? If that was true, I would not be very pleased with the story, of Suicide Squad. But it is fake. There was a former employee that confirmed that. And then you have the picture with the Battle Pass. I do think that puts a lot of pressure that the next thing, whatever the next thing that Suicide Squad shows, I think they have to crush it. Because you do have a lot of people, and I'll throw myself at least partially in it because I've said this multiple times, I want to give them chances. I don't declare things dead, based off of one or two things. So I would put myself there. I think there is still a lot of trust in this game because it's Rocksteady, right? Any of the people that are defending this game, what's one of the common things that they're saying? Well, whether you look at the season pass for Batman Arkham or, whatever, this is Rocksteady we're talking about, and the story's going to be good and the gameplay is going to be good. We got to give that a chance. We got to really make sure that that's good, and then if there's this extra stuff, oh well. That tends to be kind of the stuff that people are saying. So what does that do? I believe that puts immense pressure, and probably rightfully so. If we're being real, rightfully so. It puts a lot of pressure on the next thing that they show needs to nail it. And honestly, I feel like it's got a good chance of it. The gameplay that we've seen, I think become increasingly more fine with as time has gone. I think when we first saw it, I was okay with it, but I think as time has gone on, I'm more than fine now. You can look at it actually from a couple different ways, right? You could say, well, this is something that, number one, even removed from the leaks, it's going to get people excited. You of course have to start marketing this game much more seriously before the game comes out. But then if you want to talk about the leaks, you could say, well, this has a chance to really put all that stuff to bed. Not discredit it. One of them already is discredited. So you're not discrediting the Battle Pass, but just something to say, hey, here's what you should get excited for. We'll talk about the Battle Pass, but here's what you should get excited for, and we'll show you. So there's pressure, I guess, that comes with it, but there's also, you kind of have to do it at this point. So, again, I do believe late February is going to be the time, just simply for the fact that would then be 3 months, right? You only have 3 months from late February, obviously, to late May until the game comes out. It's after Hogwarts. I would imagine March, April, May. And although Hogwarts, PS4, Xbox One comes out in April, early April, I do think March, April, May is all for Suicide Squad. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on. If you want to follow or support me anywhere else, all my social media is in the description below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.